Finding the area of circles. How do you find the area of a circle? How about this rectangle? You've learned how to find the area of a rectangle. Do you remember finding the length and the width and multiplying them? The area of the rectangle here is length times width, or 5 times 3. The area of this rectangle is 15 square units. The area of this figure is how many unit squares will fit in it. It is easy to count the squares because they are complete squares and nothing is left over. The area of the rectangle is length times width, or 5 times 3. The area is 15 square units. If I try to count how many complete squares are in the circle, I find that there are some squares that are not complete. How do I find how many squares will fit into the circle? I need to find a way to break it up. I know I can draw a line straight across, and that is the diameter. That line will cut the circle in half, but it won't help me. I can cut the diameter in half and draw a radius. I can use that radius and make a square out of it. The radius is 3 centimeters because it is half of the diameter. I formed a square from that radius, and each side of the square is 3 centimeters. The area of that square is 9 square centimeters. You have now formed a radius square. This radius square is 9 square centimeters because it has 9 unit squares in it. Notice, though, that not all of the squares are completely in the circle. I'm going to color this area and put the leftover parts in the circle. I'm going to color the area of the entire square yellow. But some of it is outside of the circle. So I'm going to take that piece that's outside, this piece right here, and I'm going to put it in the circle. And let me color that so you see this is the rest of that square. So let's go ahead and get rid of this part right here. Now I have 1 unit square completely inside this circle. When I do that, I find I can put the leftover pieces of only 3 squares in the circle. So here's 1 square, and let's put those leftover pieces in the circle. So here's the leftover pieces from this square. Let's color that other square a different color. I didn't do too good of a job, but that's okay. I'll erase those a little bit right outside. Now let's put those leftover pieces inside the circle. And then I'm going to color the last square. And I'm going to put those leftover pieces inside here. I really don't have a whole lot of room left to put another square in. So that means there are 3 radius squares and a little bit more inside that circle. I already put those in there. I already put that in there. So here's 1 radius square, 2 radius squares, and 3 radius squares, and just a little bit more left over. The area of 1 radius square is 9 square centimeters. So the area of 3 radius squares is 27 square centimeters. Therefore, the area of the circle is a little bit more than 27 square centimeters. What if my circle had a radius of 10 centimeters? Since the radius of